Coming up, the Kings still got it. Just who can foot it with Carlos Spencer? Kelly can. Angus Tarabell tries to serenade us with his sax.
Oh my gosh.
The bromance is back.
You know my wife and kids, and I'm only, how many days we in this?
And the question on everyone's lips, will Razor TikTok?
Obviously, I'm quite shy and quite a reserved sort of.
Because what else is there to do during isolation? Just dance.
What number am I up to? Welcome to Isolation Nation, 106.
What number am I up to? That's a good way to start. And welcome into Investec Super Rugby Isolation Nation, your show directly from the players and the coaches themselves to you, the fans that's sitting at home. Joining us, Israel Dag. What have you been up to this week?
Oh, same old, same old. I think I ventured to the garage. I might have went out the back. I mowed the lawns. How good. I mowed the lawns. I've cleaned up the house. I've really found a new Izzy Dag, as my wife could probably vouch for.
Well, hopefully Daisy on one, you know?
She's laughing in the background, just calling it.
Exactly. We need her to actually explain whether or not you've been doing this, ticking off your things off your list.
I tried to weed poison the grass, these little bits in the grass, and I went out there was all these brown patches, and I ruined our lawn. I was like, oh, no. But anyway, that's the handiest thing I can ever do.
Well, on our first episode, we're on to Ep 2, but first episode, there was one thing that stood out, and everyone's been coughing at it, that Foden Barrett trick shot, so let's take a look.
Yeah! Bezza! Not bad, mate, not bad. But hey, I tried something yesterday. I'm going to try and go over the house blind shot, see if you can match that. Let's go.
Yeah, we can't wait to see that one. Well, he started off the trend and now loads of people have jumped on board. It's good to see that Carlos Spencer's staying real humble too.
Humble? Who's else got a tennis court out there? Let's go.
Oh, you're not going to believe it, but that was shot too. Later.
Good old Hurricanes ball. Sorry, Bodie.
Holy hecker. It's good to see the old dog still got it. Cully, first rep, I think he nailed that. And then Carlos had to wear a singlet. We all know, but we all know you got the setup. You don't have to keep showing us, but that's pretty good. I think they've really took it to another level from Bazza. So Bazza will have to react to that.
Yeah, then
I'll come over the top with the Daggy special.
Shall we go back to the Israel Dag special though? Because we've got some of the OG trick shots.
Oh, no.
We've got you and we've got CJ as well.
Tea sauce.
Yep. Very good.
Cheese nugget.
Barbecue. Nothing but cool. This ball needs to cool off. Oof. I'll tell you what, Kirsty, the All Blacks are always leading the way. We were doing this since ages ago, but there's one thing I need to point out is how terrible is my acting. This ball needs to cool off.
You need to cool off.
Oh my God, that is horrific. But like I said, we've been doing it since ages ago, so check that out.
Yeah, you've been doing it since ages ago, and after Bodie did it, and we've seen some of the older guys do it, Carlos, Cully as well, some kids have also stepped up and decided to take the challenge, and these ones, they're pretty cool. Masters of social media too.
I'm Blackfern Sevens player Tyler Nathan Wong, and this is Isolation Nation. Nailed it!
Thanks for joining us, Brad.
It's okay, Christy. Thanks for having me on.
You've got a plastic cup next to you and a ping pong ball. Can you just push your laptop back a bit and nail a trick shot straight away since you nailed it online? I want to see if you can actually do it on the spot.
A trick shot?
Yeah.
Right, I'll try.
You got one chance.
One chance. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Hey!
Nice. Nice. Talk us through the ones that you've been doing. Have you been doing things all over the house, like making little obstacle courses?
I don't know if you've heard of, I think it's Tanya Tade from.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's unreal. So I remember I followed her for a while, and she does some awesome trick shots. So I've been trying to sort of recreate some of that. It was pretty satisfying. But I see some of the other lads have been doing some pretty good ones. Damien did a nice one up onto a cup on top of his fridge, and Ryan Coxon's a pretty good golfer from the Chiefs as well. So he's been doing some pretty cool ones. So.
Let's talk about American sports, eh?
Okay.
What American sports do you love, first of all?
I'm big on basketball. That's probably my biggest one. I wish if I was a foot taller, I would have been a basketballer, I reckon. But unfortunately, my height kind of restricts me. I used to always love this guy. His name's Spud Webb, and funnily enough, some of the boys call me Spud now. I sort of love him. He's like he's my height. I think he was 5'8". It was back in the '80s, and he won the slam dunk contest.
And Spud Webb comes through in the clutch. So much excitement.
Wow. Give us your top 5 basketballers of all time, then.
I'm going to put Michael Jordan as number 1 for now.
Puts the shot in the air. Good. The game's over.
I think LeBron's got a chance of passing him, though. So LeBron will be number 2. I'm going to go Bill Russell, number 3. 4, I'll go Tim Duncan. And then 5, I'll go Kobe Bryant.
He said, I would have 5 more girls if I could. I'm a girl dad.
Guys, it's Adi Savia here, and this is Kobe, and I'm proud to be a girl dad. Mwah! Say, let's go!
Let's go!
Says, you want to be on TV, Humble, or what? Man, Dad's got a sore knee too, so. You ready?
Yeah! Yeah!
He's like, yeah, I want to be on TV.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, don't know if I want to, but yep.
Yeah. No, other way.
Yeah.
Other way.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Oh, now I don't even know where I got to look on this camera now because it's changed.
Isolation all good?
You know, I've got 4 kids and a wife, and we've got pretty decent size house, and you know I'm making it up because you know my wife and kids, and I'm you know my wife and kids, and I'm only how many days we in this?
Oh, this is day 8, bro. Oh, hell. Let's be honest. They've been driving you mad, man.
I don't know if the kids are as bad as the wife, to be honest. Like I feel there's only so many things you can clean up a day. But she'll make more, she'll find more. I've never swept so much in my life.
We all know that you love the McDonald's. How are you coping with that old McD's couple of nights a week, man?
Man, it's not too bad. Like obviously when I
fizzy? Got heaps of fizzy?
Don't worry about fizzies, boy. It's essentials from the supermarket, mate. Yeah. But no, like Macca's, it's when I played and it's an easy meal and I didn't eat too much of it.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. Every week you were smashing it and you never got anything new. Drive me.
Train hard.
train hard.
Train hard.
Israel.
You're
Yeah.
like me, train heaps.
You just like here you go, Izzy. The honest truth is that I had to work really, really hard. You just had natural talent. And you could talk a lot of rubbish, and you had the coaches and trainers eating out of the palm of your hand. Where me myself, I had to go and really work. You know, and try to get to the top.
Check this out. Boom. Check this out. That's how you do it. Izzy ain't got nothing on me. Check this out. Boom. That's how you kick it over.
Check that out.
There was no wind when you kicked.
Oh, whatever.
There was none. Whatever.
And you know, looking ahead, we want obviously Super Rugby to happen, but if it doesn't, it's pretty exciting for the Mitre 10 teams. How good would it be to see all the All Blacks playing Mitre 10?
First of all, to get rugby on the screens would be good. You know, just be every time there's something bad happens in the world and gets people down and it's upsetting, you know, there's always sport you normally can turn to. And at the moment, there's none of that. Obviously, first of all, we just got to get some rugby on the screens, or sport on the screens.
Yeah, I agree with CJ there. He's talking about just getting some normality back into our lives, and sport's a big part of Kiwis. You know, we love rugby, we love cricket, whatever sport. We need it on the TV, we need it playing in our regions. So he really hit the nail on the head then, talking about what it means to us as Kiwis.
Tell you what, he's starting to look grey with that beard going on. How young do you guys look in that kicking club? Orange in it.
Yeah, he is. He's always looking for excuses. I think he blamed the wind, and I think it was a perfect day with like 2 knots or something like that. He just absolutely shanked it. But the reason he shanked it, Kurs, he always trained in pants. Like, it'll be 38 degrees in Perth, and he's wearing track pants. You know why? It's because he had skinny white legs.
So good.
So he was a bit too constricted around the legs, and he just shanked it. And then old Daggy Boy steps up. Down the middle, let's go.
We also hear about how you guys trained really hard, or didn't train hard.
Oh, we trained, but you know, there's just some days we're a bit tired. You know?
This is real training, watch this.
Hi, I'm Eloise from the Black Ferns, and this is Modi, and this is Isolation Nation.
Oh, hey there, guys. Just working on my neck muscles, crucially important for scrummaging. What we're going to go through now is a little bit of binding. I'm recovering from a knee injury, so excuse my form. But one of the most important things as a prop is your setup. So it's good to use a camera or a mirror. What you want to do is you want to get set as if you're going into a scrum. Crouch, come down, make sure your back is nice and flat. Head is square, head is straight, and then you're just practicing on putting that bind out nice and strong. Bind, get into a good position, lock everything up, and you're ready to go. Now I'm using this, but you can easily use a calf. Bind. A beam. Crouch. Bind.
Good boy. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I'm Eloise from the Black Ferns. That was Modi. Today I'm just going to go through a little activity you can do in isolation to help with your line-out catching. You can use anyone at home with you, a sibling, mum and dad, nana, pop, whoever you got, or your dog. All right, let's go, let's have a look at it. If you don't have a crazy catch at home, you can use anything that rebounds, a wall. Just make sure you ask your parents first.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
A tree.
Crouch.
Final sprint. Brace the dogs. Let's go.
A wall.
Crouch.
Nah, don't use that one. Now what we're focusing on when we go for that bind, making sure our chest is big, Scaps are locked in, and we're strong. Bang, bang. You want to be able to control him with your shoulder and your arm, not letting him open you up. So it's important that you're nice and strong, your core's locked on, everything's locked in, and you're nice and neutral. Try it out.
Hey, I'm Ngani Lamapu from the Hurricanes, and you're watching Isolation Nation.
Oh my gosh.
How are you?
Holy, how's it look?
It looks like you just jumped out of bed with that lid.
What, it's quarantine?
Stand up.
No, I can't.
Come on. Now that you've said it.
I'm a bit of a Marvel fan, so I've got my Captain America.
What's that quote over your shoulder?
Dream big, travel often, be rebellious, fall in love, speak the truth, spend all your money, work hard, be kind. And,
I love that.
And stay weird.
Stay safe and keep yourself at home. Don't let anyone in your 2 meter zone.
Is there anything Angus Tarvell can't do? What else do you have down there?
I'm like Hermione Granger.
Are you a Harry Potter fan?
Oh, my missus is more a Harry Potter fan than me, but you know, there's those things you just get dragged into.
This is like my own exclusive Angus Tarvell concert.
It is.
Feeling pretty lucky, one-on-one.
This is what my wife gets most days. So
lucky her.
And my neighbours. All right, I don't know if you'll get this one. Oh my gosh. Oh, let me see if I...
George Michael?
Bang. I'm never gonna dance again.
I'm never gonna dance again. Where do you get these talents from, Angus?
Oh, I don't know.
Who do you get them from?
I wouldn't say I'm like super talented. I'm like average at a lot of things. So it's like, but maybe it's like I'm half Samoan and half Australian. So I've got a little bit of the, you know, the rhythm, feel the rhythm from my island side. And just trying to think what I got from my Aussie side. But obviously it's meshed in. Dad rates himself as a singer, and he's not that great. I'm never gonna dance again.
But in your life and your career, you've been through some pretty tough things, like going back to Australia, and then obviously everything that you've been through with your son, not having a Super Rugby contract, and then all of a sudden becoming an All Black. So what's this isolation been like for you compared to everything else you've faced?
And in all seriousness, it's actually like a blessing in disguise. Being away from family for so, like with the World Cup, 8 weeks away, and then you know, this year if you go to Africa, it's a couple of weeks away. Been able to spend some unreal just family time, you know, that we wouldn't get to consecutively spend like this.
To people at home that may be watching this show, that are mad rugby fans, or just anyone actually, what would you say to them at this time, if you could say something?
I think just stay strong, you know. Think about what you're grateful for, things in your life that you might have, you know, stopped really appreciating or thinking about. Reach out to family members, someone you haven't talked to in a while. Any grudges, man, give them up. You know, like say hello to someone you haven't talked to in a while and say sorry or forgive them. Or if you've been meaning to apologize to someone, say that. But reach out, you know, we're in this together, as they're saying. You know, I think if you isolate yourself fully, then it's going to be really tough. So technology is awesome. It allows us to do those things. So, you know, don't be afraid to reach out for help and say hello to someone. Yeah. And do some TikToks.
Bounce, shake, twerk, dip. This is how you do it.
When you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body.
TikToks, Izzy, what have you got?
Oh, God, absolutely nothing. But there's been a few leaders out there, Julian Savera and his wife Fatima. They've been doing it since ages ago. But the things I do just to have a little bit of flow, Kirsty. Have you got any?
Nothing. Absolutely zero.
I've got zero too.
So we can't get a promise from you then?
Yeah, just like my trick shot, just give me a bit of time, I just need a bit of time on my hands, and then I'll come back to you and you'll be like, bang, Daggy's here.
There he is. Daggy's back.
Back again. How your friends?
Hey, well, from you, have you ever wanted to see Warren G live in New Zealand? Because this is your chance to see him live and exclusive for the first time on our show, Investec Super Rugby Isolation Nation. Here he is in Waihi.
What's that one?
I don't even know if I can do that with my arms. What do you mean?
Oh, I'm gonna try it. What? Oh, hold on.
What was that? He's another girl dad, which is awesome. And that was Bryn Gatlin, his son, filming it, asking, "What are you doing, Dad?"
I'd just like to commend Gats for giving it a try. Awesome work, but yeah, maybe just keep working on it, Gats.
Hey, good on you though. He's being a good sport. And
Yes.
you put up with Scott Robertson, who's the king of dancing.
Ray! Has there been some good swell in the ocean?
There's been good swell. Just can't go out, Diggy.
Gotta be smart, eh, Ray?
Yeah.
So then, who does all the cooking, Ray? Are you not part in the kitchen?
I'm a sous chef.
Hey,
yeah. I go in, give a bit of physical presence around there, ask what I can do, and then all the time it's like you just get out, off you go, making a mess in there. But no, it's good. Like we're eating really healthily, and
nice.
Just really mindful that at this time, around the supermarket stuff, getting deliveries when we can, and it's great that everyone's doing that mahi. To get that stuff in our shelves stacked and stuff, you've got to give it to all the workers out there.
Yeah, 100%. And we don't really know what's happening, but realistically, an ideal scenario for Super Rugby this year, what do you reckon?
Let's play on Waiheke Island. Let's do what the NRL have done.
Yeah. They're going to a secluded island. Get everyone in their bubble.
Yes.
You reckon that'll work?
Yeah, there could be some surf on. No, I can't surf. No, mate, why not? I was just trying to think outside the box. What could you do when you can play? And it's just a lifeblood of our country, rugby. We've got to play. We've got to get in front of people. This is what our players have played to do. We've played to coach. So we'll do anything in the time for innovation. And
we've probably already touched on that, but I just want the people out there to know, what do you reckon? What makes you tick, Ray? Makes you tick, but I know what makes you tick, but everyone out there probably doesn't.
One of my great strengths and one of the things I love doing is creating an environment where players just love coming in. We become good mates. The guys are becoming the best men and then the groomsmen's party. That's the stuff that excites me because they love coming into an environment where they know they're getting better.
Sorry.
In the background there,
That's
right,
silly. That's silly. Daisy, come on, Daisy.
We're working here.
You were working.
Yeah,
take a look at, mate, have you been practicing any new moves? Any new dance moves? Or, you got a lot of time on your hands. Surely there's a few new ones coming out.
Look, I've got a clear rule around that, around the dancing. Obviously, I'm quite shy and quite a reserved
Those feathers are hissing.
Yeah. I just dance once a year, man. That's all it is. That's all I do.
I know.
There's no overkill, and it's just.
What about TikTok? Have you got on TikTok yet?
Oh, my boys do it. They do it every night. They're trying to get Dad in there, and they're trying to. Yeah, but they reckon I'm not that cool. So.
Do you reckon you could give us a TikTok with the boys?
I'll give you a top now.
Yeah, come on, Ray.
That's
what the people want to see, Ray.
I'll send one in. Actually, I'll get the boys to do it. And I'll send it in. I'll do it properly.
Will you send it in? Promise.
100.
Anything you want to say to the Crusaders fans out there?
Yeah. Look, thanks for the support. I know it's been difficult for all of us, but I think really important around these things. Have a real clear mindset. Stay strong. We've been through a lot. We've been through a lot together down this way, and this time everyone's in it together. It's a little bit different. Normally it's just in our region. So I love yous and thanks for all the support and crusade on.
Awesome to see my good mate Razor just showing a lot of compassion and love for everyone in New Zealand, as he does. He's a lovable man, but he promised us a TikTok. Him and his sons are going to do us one, so watch this space and we'll bring you that TikTok soon.
I am looking forward to this one. You know what? That is it for episode 2 of Investec Super Rugby Isolation Nation. But we will be back bigger and better on Wednesday night. So make sure you check us out. Stay safe. Look out for each other. And last but not least, we're going to leave you with a Crusader alumni. Jordan Taufua, take it away.
Remember folks, always clean up your gear after each session. I'm Ruby Tui from the Blackfin Sevens, and that was Isolation Nation.